Hello guys, I hope you all are doing good. I am Vishali Kikan and we are discussing the digital circuits. Today in this video, we are going to see the two interconversions from octal to any base interconversion and from hexadecimal number to any base interconversion. So first we will be talking about the octal interconversion, octal to binary, octal to hexadecimal and octal to decimal interconversion. Then we will proceed towards the hexadecimal interconversion. In the hexadecimal interconversion, we will be talking about the hexadecimal to binary, hexadecimal to octal and hexadecimal to decimal interconversion, and this is how we will proceed. And you can see we are dealing with a lot of interconversions, so you take out your notes, you take out your notebooks and practice with me. A lot of interconversions are there, so if you just watch it, you don't note down anything, so it will be gone, right? So you have to write, you have to practice a lot of questions on these interconversions, and whenever you get any doubt, you can put the doubt in the comment, right? So let's talk about the representations that we have made in the previous videos. I made a chart for the representation of hexadecimal and the octal number. So I am starting with making of the chart first, so that our life would be easier and we can easily make the interconversion from octal to hexadecimal and from octal to binary and hexadecimal to the binary as well. So I'm making the chart first of all. So this is how here I had taken 8 zeros, 8 ones, 4041, 4041, then 2021, 2021 and so on, then 1011, right? So this is how we have represented. What are the number they are representing? It is representing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This represents 8, 9. This is A. This is B, this is C, this is D, this is E, and this is F, right? So this is how we have all of the numbers in the hexadecimal number system. So if I see just 3 bits and I see up to 7, it will be representing my octal number system, right? So first of all, the first conversion. So now I will be using this. It is always advisable that in your rough paper you can make this chart and then proceed towards the interconversions whenever you have octal and hexadecimal interconversion, right? So now first of all, octal to the binary interconversion. So now we have given the number 3567.66405. So I just need to represent this digit which is there in the octal with the 3 digits, because 2 can be represented as 8 can be represented as 2 raised to power 3. So each digit can be represented as 3 digits in the binary, right? So for octal we have 1 digit, for binary it will be representing 3 digits. So 3 in the binary is representing 0, 1, 1. So I will be directly putting 0, 1, 1. Then we have 5. 5 is representing 1, 0, 1. Then 6. 6 is 1, 1, 0. And 7. 7 is 1, 1, 1. You have to see only the 3 bits, right? And you have to see up to 7 only. Right, then again we have 6. 6 is represented as 1, 1, 0. Then again 1, 1, 0. Then 4. 4 is represented as 1, 0, 0. Then 0. 0 is represented as 0, 0, 0. Then 5, which is represented as 1, 0, 1. And this is how simply I have converted from octal to binary, right? So the binary conversion is really easy. Again, now from hexadecimal to binary. So here the hexadecimal number system is representing as 2 raised to power 4. So each digit in the hexadecimal is representing 4 digits in the binary. So here we have A. So A is representing 1, 0, 1, 0. Then we have B. B is 1, 0, 1, 1. C is 1, 1, 0, 0, and D is 1, 1, 0, 1. So this is how we can do the conversion from octal or from hexadecimal to binary. It was that easy, right? So now coming to the octal to hexadecimal conversion. Now from octal to hexadecimal I will not be doing the direct conversion. I will first convert from octal to binary, and from binary to hexadecimal I can easily convert, right? So first I will be representing this number in the binary. So 7 in the binary is represented as 111. Again 7, 111, 6, 110, 3, 011, 2 is 010, right? Again we have 2 which is 010, then 1 which is 001, again 1 which is 001, then we have 7, 111, again 7, 111, right? So now this is how we have represented the number in the binary. So now when I have to convert from binary to hexadecimal, I had to make the grouping of 4. So I will start from the decimal, I will make the grouping of 4. Again I will make the grouping of 4. Again I will make the grouping of 4, because here I am not having any grouping of 4, so I will add a suffix 0, right? So this is how I made all of the grouping. Now here in the left side of the decimal point also I will make the grouping of 4. So here this is the 4 grouping, this is the 4 grouping, and here we have the 3 digits, so I will be prefixing 0. So now I know what are all of these bits representing in the hexadecimal. I just need to put it. So 0111 represents 7. Now 1111 represents F, 1001 represents 9, then we have 1010 which represents A, then we have 0100. So 0100 is representing 4, then we have 0100 again, so it is again representing 4, then we have 1111 which was representing F, and 1110 which is representing E. So this is how we can convert from octal to hexadecimal. Now we are moving from hexadecimal to the octal interconversion, right? So now again we are doing the same thing. We have the hexadecimal number. First of all, I am going to convert this number to the binary number, and with the grouping of the binary digits I can convert to the octal number. So this is the simplest procedure that you can follow for the octal or hexadecimal interconversion, right? So now the F can be represented as 1111, A can be represented as 1010. What is B? B is represented as 1011. Then we have BAC. The B is represented as 1011, A is represented as 1010, and now C is represented as 1100. Now what I have to do? I have to make the grouping. So now you can group these 3. I have to make the grouping of the 3. So this is the binary number. From binary, if I move towards the octal, I will make the grouping of 3. So these 3 are grouped, these 3 are grouped, these 3 are grouped, and these 3 are grouped. Again in the left side of the radix point also I will be doing the grouping. So this is how I have made all of the groupings. So now I just need to put the values. 111 represents 7, 110 represents 6, 101 represents 5, 011 represents 3, 101 represents 5, 110 represents 6. Now here we have 101 which again represents 5, 100 represents 4, and this is how we can have the number in the octal number system. So you don't get confused that fab is a alphabet. No, it's a number in the hexadecimal form. Now coming to octal to the decimal conversion and hexadecimal to the decimal conversion. So this type of conversion is very simple. We have to use the polymeric representation. So now here we have 2 digits for the integers. So 3 into 8 raised to power 2 minus 1. So 8 is the base. We will represent the first digit and into base raised to power m minus 1. M is 2. So 2 minus 1 would be 1. Then I will put the next digit and reduce the power of 8. So 8 raised to power 0. I will put the next digit and again reduce the power of 8. So now this is how I can represent this number. So this number would be 8 into 3. This is 24 plus 5 into 8 raised to power 0. 8 raised to power 0 is 1. So here we will be having 5 only. So here we will be having 5 upon 8. Right? So this is how we can have the given number. So now it would be 29.5 upon 8. You have to find out this number. So if you divide 5 by 8, you will be getting 0.6. Now after 0.6 you will be having 20 divided by 8. 20 divided by 8 will be representing 2. Then we have 40 divided by 8. So 29.625 is representing my 35.5 in the base 10. So this is how you can represent the given octal number into the decimal number system. Similarly, we will be having the hexadecimal to the decimal interconversion. Now we have A. So again, A is represented as the second integer. So we have the base 16 over here, so it can be represented with 16 raised to power 2 minus 1, which is 16 raised to power 1, plus 1 into 16 raised to power 0, plus A into 16 raised to power minus 1. Now A is representing my 10th digit, so 10 into 16 plus 1 into 1 plus 10 into 16 raised to power minus 1. So it would be 161.625 in the decimal number system. So this is how you can solve a simple polynomial equation, and you can convert any number to the decimal number. So decimal number conversion was very easy. You have to remember this representation for the conversion of hexadecimal to octal and octal to hexadecimal, and hexadecimal octal conversion to the binary. So this is how I have completed all of the conversions. I hope you understood each one of them. If you have any doubt regarding any of the conversion, you can put the doubt in the comment and I will be trying to resolve your doubt as soon as possible. I hope you like this session. If you like it, please push the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and also give me your feedback. Thank you so much.